Your Highness, may it please you to remember me and my donkey, Jeff, for just one more minute.
Till replied,
My donkey has been feeding himself fairly well all along the way on the thorns in the hedges and the grass on the roadside, but I have had nothing to eat for the past 3 days. My stomach has been complaining very loudly. Perhaps your Highness can even hear it now. I have been feeding myself with dreams of good food and drink at your royal table.
The Archduke smiled and said, Well, my dear fellow, you will certainly have something more solid than dreams to feed on. But where is your donkey?
I left him outside, opposite the palace. I shall be most grateful if Jeff is looked after. He needs a little fodder and lodging at night,
said Till. The Archduke immediately ordered the donkey to be taken care of, and he added, Treat it like one of my own animals. 5. Before long, supper was served and it was like a wedding feast. The tables were loaded with every kind of food and drink. Wine flowed like water. The courtiers stuffed themselves with the choicest dishes. The Archduke made Till eat and drink until his stomach was about to burst. The Archduke, too, ate heartily. His face was flushed with drink, but he seemed lost in thought. He suddenly looked up and said loudly, Our court painter must paint our portrait, so that we will have the satisfaction of leaving our memory to our descendants. We too have to take our place in history, along with our noble ancestors whose portraits adorn these walls. It is sad to think of death. We do not know when God will think fit to summon us, but our portrait should be painted. 6. Till quickly replied,
Your lordship's slightest wish is to me command. All the same, I do feel rather unhappy about painting your lordship all by yourself. Is it not terrible to think of your lordship being lonely forever and ever? Don't you think, ladies and gentlemen, that His Highness should be accompanied at least by Her Highness, her ladies, the noble generals and captains who adorn this court? A court like this has few rivals in splendor, loveliness, and chivalry. In the midst of such valor and beauty, I will make my lord and lady shine forth like the moon surrounded by lanterns.
7. The Archduke thought that it was a good idea. Well, my friend, your painting will be a great piece of art. What reward do you expect for it?
100 pieces of gold. You can pay me now or later, just as you please.
Here are the 100 pieces of gold in advance, said the Archduke, giving him the gold.
My lord, you are the most generous of masters. You have filled my lamp with oil. It will forever burn in your honor.
The next day, Till asked the Archduke to allow him to see all the courtiers who were to be painted along with him. They came and saw him one by one. The first to come was the commander-in-chief of the army. He was a short, fat, bold man with an enormous paunch. He whispered in Till's ear, When you paint my picture, remember, you are to make me look handsome. If you do not make my stomach look flat, I'll have you hanged. Remember, I was once a very handsome soldier.